Right now at noon, the search for a missing 13-year-old Aaron Andula ends tragically after authorities find his body in a Missouri creek bed.
And we're going to see windy and record highs today. I'll have that full details coming up.
Plus, Missouri won't be the home of Chief Kingdom for long. How fans on both sides of the state line are reacting to the team's plans to move to Kansas.
The four states' most watched news starts now.
A former McDonald County Schools custodian is sentenced after placing a camera in the high school girls' locker room. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Samantha Walker. A judge sentences 53-year-old Roger Copeland to a concurrent term of 4 years imprisonment for invasion of privacy and 6 years on 20 counts of endangering the welfare of a child, the maximum sentence on each count under the plea bargain. Sentenced students discovered the camera in September 2024 and turned it over to school officials who immediately contacted law enforcement. Copeland worked as an overnight custodian when he placed the recording device in the locker room. Well, authorities charge a Kansas man in connection with a missing boy in Bates County, Missouri. Over the weekend, Linn County, Kansas authorities announced 13-year-old Aaron Andula had gone missing near the Holiday Lake neighborhood. Yesterday, the Bates County Sheriff's Office received a call in reference to the missing boy. When authorities arrived at the caller's house, a man said he knew where Aaron was and that the boy was dead. The man, Damon Leonard of Pleasanton, Kansas, led authorities to the area where he left Aaron's body. Authorities found the body in a remote area in a creek bed. They say Leonard admitted to taking Aaron's body from Kansas to Missouri. He has been charged with abandonment of a corpse. Well, a wanted man was taken into custody yesterday near Carl Junction. 43-year-old Cody Vinson was stopped by police last week and refused to exit his vehicle. After a deputy attempted to force his way into the car, Vinson led police on a pursuit into Barton County, where deputies lost visual contact. Vinson was captured yesterday after hiding in a residence and resisting arrest. He is currently being held in the Jasper County Jail. Now let's check in with meteorologist Donald O'Keefe for a look at the forecast.
We're going to see record-breaking temperatures today. It already feels really good out there. The temperature is just going to keep going up to the mid-70s. Take a look at our almanac. This is for yesterday. Our high was 74 degrees and our low was 59 degrees. Our average is 46 and our average low is 27. Now take a look at this. Our record previously, it was set in 1982, was 73 degrees, so we broke that record high yesterday. And that's just going to continue today and even tomorrow as well. Taking a look outside, 74 degrees in Joplin, 72 degrees in Pittsburgh. Feels really good out there. It is a little bit cloudy and it is a bit breezy as well, but the temperatures are feeling excellent. 67 degrees over there in Yates Center. You guys are on the cooler side, but across the majority of the four states, we are already in the mid-70s for our Christmas Eve. Taking a look at our future track, this is for right now. We're having strong winds, gusty winds out of the southwest, partly to mostly cloudy skies until we get to the afternoon when the sun's going to start peeking its head out. And as we get into tonight, we're still going to have clear skies and a bit windy as well. So that's where we're going to see a gradual cool down. Gusty winds continue, but I'll have a full look at your forecast coming up.
Thanks, Donald. It was the news heard around Chiefs Kingdom. The team announced it would be moving across the border into Kansas after calling the Show Me State its home for more than 60 years. KOAM's Ty Parks talked to fans on both sides of the state line to get their reactions.
Red Kingdom is crossing the border to Kansas City, Kansas. Although it does not look like the name or logo will change, will this change the way Kansas City Chiefs products are sold?
It's hard to say. I'm sure it'll garner some excitement and things, but really, since they're not changing the name or changing the logo or anything, I don't know that it'll be that big of an issue. But I think it'll come to the excitement of next year. I mean, once, I guess, we're still 5 years away or whatever it is. So I think maybe when that time comes, the excitement probably down the road.
Not only does this move excite Jock's niche owner, John Minton, but the new location in Wyandotte County and the possibility for bigger events as well.
Right. It seems like it just because, they're moving to a whole new economic area with hopefully that new stadium will be able to host other events, and they're creating a whole entertainment district. So it seems like it's a much better place than it was currently. Unfortunately, Missouri kind of chose not to get on board and give them what they were looking for.
KOAM speaks with a lifelong Chiefs fan from Missouri about their first thoughts on the move.
I've only been a Chiefs fan. I haven't known what it's like to be a fan of a different team. And there's been a lot of frustrating, long seasons. And it is kind of heart-wrenching because you're a fan through those tough years. And then when the team gets good, they listen to offers from other states, and then they move.
Will people stop being fans because of the move?
I'm absolutely going to be a fan. I don't think that this will stop at all. I think it'll just be a little weird to drive up there, cross the state line.
On the Kansas-Missouri border, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
Well, some local fans also tell KOAM that they believe the new facility will be good and provide a lot more, and hopefully a Super Bowl in the future. Well, when Baxter Springs Public School students return from winter break, they may notice the absence of a familiar face. Beloved figure Chuck Sweeten is hanging up his uniform after serving the community for the past 26 years as a school board member and a crossing guard. Chuck has been praised for going above and beyond at his job to ensure that the children are safe and secure.
I just enjoyed the kids. That's the main thing. They have kids that come across that don't have a lot of stuff sometimes, and there's always trying to help them out a little bit. And I just enjoyed seeing the kids, they're real polite kids. I've got to say that Baxter's got some real nice young people.
Chuck admits it won't be easy not heading to the crosswalk every morning, but still plans on visiting whenever he can. Well, something's hopping in Pittsburgh. After years of anticipation, it looks like IHOP is preparing to open a restaurant in town. The sign is up at 200 East Centennial Drive, where Gusano's Pizza used to be. It lists restaurant hours as coming soon. Years ago, IHOP had announced it anticipated opening in Pittsburgh in mid-2023. But as the months passed without comment from IHOP, the chain's plans for Pittsburgh became unclear. Well, now IHOP's website officially lists Pittsburgh as a home of an IHOP. We've reached out to the restaurant for more details, but we have not yet heard a response. Well, as parents finished last-minute Christmas shopping, kids took part in Wildcat Glades' Winter Wonder Workshop. The event gave children the chance to make handmade gifts, including body scrubs, snow globes, and hand-painted boxes before heading outdoors for a candy cane hunt along the trails. Organizers say the workshop is designed to give kids a fun, hands-on holiday activity. And with Christmas officially less than 24 hours away, one fun way to count down the time is with the Santa Tracker page on our website, KOAMNewsNow.com. While NORAD officially starts tracking the Jolly Elf right now today on Christmas Eve, you can still head over to the Santa Tracker page and check out plenty of fun games and information. Just scan this QR code and let the fun begin. That's the Santa Tracker page on KOAMNewsNow.com. And don't forget, you can follow Santa's progress right here on KOAM News tonight on Christmas Eve. Well, coming up, Democrats in Congress say they're planning legal action if the Department of Justice does not release the remaining Jeffrey Epstein files in the coming days. And later, we're making a Parmesan bread wreath in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Well, Democrats in Congress say they're planning legal action if the Department of Justice does not release the remaining Jeffrey Epstein files in the coming days, after the DOJ blew past Friday's deadline to make all the records public. Early Tuesday morning, the Department of Justice released another large batch of files connected to the convicted sex offender. Erica Brown is at the White House with the latest.
The Department of Justice says more files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein are still to come, but the slow release and extensive redactions have sparked criticism.
It's been a very frustrating experience for all of the survivors that I've spoken to.
Attorney Jennifer Freeman, who represents some survivors, blasted the DOJ for not releasing all the material with necessary redactions by last Friday's deadline.
They want the truth. And it's been very hard to get the truth. And the only way to get the truth is transparency.
The thousands of files made public Tuesday include several mentions of then private citizen Donald Trump. One 2020 Justice Department email shows Trump flew on Epstein's plane at least 8 times during the 90s, contradicting an earlier statement where Trump said, quote, "I was never on Epstein's plane." In another file, a woman came to the FBI before the 2020 election saying she had secondhand information about a party with prostitutes at Mar-a-Lago 2 decades earlier. President Trump has never been charged with criminal wrongdoing in connection to Epstein and has tried to distance himself from his one-time friend, including in remarks earlier this week.
I actually threw him out of Mar-a-Lago. This whole thing is with Epstein is a way of trying to deflect from the tremendous success that the Republican Party has.
The Justice Department released a statement Tuesday acknowledging that President Trump's name was in some files, but said some of the documents contain, quote, sensationalist claims that are unfounded and false. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Well, still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
The countdown to Christmas is in its final hours. Do you have everything that you need? I do.
Possible record-breaking temperatures today, tomorrow, and through the rest of the week. It's also going to be a bit windy as well. That forecast coming up. Turned out to be a pretty nice Christmas Eve. Temperatures on the rise. We can see record-breaking temperatures today and even for Christmas. Let's take a look at downtown Pittsburgh right now. You can see sun's popping out, looking really nice. We have partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies for today, and on the breezier side, looking out across the region, like I said, just some clouds out there is going to be building in, but overall it's going to be a nice dry day. But on the windier side, we were seeing some fog earlier this morning. That fog advisory has expired now. A lot of conditions out there, the fog conditions are looking pretty good if you're driving to a Christmas Eve party. Why is it going to be so warm over the next couple of days? Well, taking a look at our regional temperatures, you can see 73 there in Joplin. We're getting a nice flow of southwesterly winds into our area that's warming everything up. Let's give it a nice high pressure way down there by the Gulf of America. So it's bringing in all that nice warm air to our area, and it can't really complain. It's December. It's actually technically on Sunday was the winter solstice, but it really doesn't feel like that this week. Taking a look at our future track. This is today. Right now, we're going to have the flow of southwesterly winds, mostly cloudy, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. On the breezier side, getting into the evening, we're going to have some clearing as we get to the evening and overnight, and then as we get into Christmas morning, we're going to around 7 a.m. Still got some winds there, but we're going to have partly cloudy skies. Santa's going to be pretty happy with these conditions overnight. As we get into Christmas Day evening, we're going to have just some spotty sprinkles there by about the afternoon and evening, but not really much accumulation out there. It's just going to be very spotty out there, isolated sprinkles. Getting into Friday morning, we're still going to be a bit breezy, still on the warmer side, mostly cloudy skies until we get to Friday afternoon. We're going to start warming back up to the upper 60s and lower 70s, and that trend does continue into Saturday as well with that nice flow of south winds. So taking a look at your day today, high of 75 degrees, that is 28 degrees above average. Our average is 47. Still a bit gusty, like I was saying. Southwest winds about 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. So a bit breezy, but very nice day. For overnight, Santa's going to like this one. 61 degrees for overnight. That's 34 degrees above normal, and the normal is 27. Still a bit breezy, though, gusting up to about 20 miles an hour. For your Christmas Day, 9 a.m., temperatures already in the 60s. 64, we're going to have partly cloudy skies, still a bit breezy, warming up to 74 degrees for our high. So here's a Christmas statistic. So we're going to see our average temperatures for this time of the year is 46 degrees on Christmas. Our average low is 27. The warmest it ever was 72. That was back in 2016. We could definitely tie that and break that tomorrow if we can get to 73, 74 degrees. So if you're still planning on traveling today, get to a party today or tomorrow, conditions for our area look really good. You can see we're almost hitting 80 down there in Oklahoma City. So we can see very nice temperatures over the next couple of days. Travel conditions should be pretty good as we go through the next couple of days. Taking a look at our 10-day here, 75 degrees on Wednesday, 74 basically through Saturday. Then we drop off significantly by Sunday as a cold front does start to bring its way in, dropping temperatures back down to around average. Colder on Monday and then gradually warming back up by next week. But mid-70s basically through the rest of the week, record-breaking highs.
That feels so wild to have in December, and it's mid-December. Thanksgiving was, I feel like, pretty cold compared to this.
I think we're about 20 degrees or so, 10 or 15 degrees above when we were at Thanksgiving.
That's just a crazy thought. Well, thanks, Donald.
Of course.
We'll stick around. We're making a Parmesan bread wreath in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Well, when it comes to Christmas and Christmas Eve, the more festive the table, the better. Howard is showing us how to make a Parmesan bread wreath in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Christmas Eve is only a few hours away. That means we're on the home stretch of getting everything together. There's the last minute wrapping, setting the table, and of course the last minute cooking and baking. And in case you haven't given any thought to what kind of bread you're going to be serving tonight or tomorrow, we have an easy idea that tastes great and will add a little bit of ho 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 to your table. After separating a tube of refrigerated biscuits, we overlap each one slightly to create a circle, so it sort of looks like a wreath. Then we bake them off. After they're baked and golden brown, we brush them with a mixture of melted butter, chopped pimento, Parmesan cheese, parsley, and a little onion powder, and we pop them back in the oven for a few more minutes. When you serve this, maybe surrounded with a few fresh herbs, get ready for the compliments. Let me tell you, there's nothing more welcoming than freshly baked bread. I hope you have a few minutes to go online and get our recipe for Parmesan bread wreath, because I know it's going to be a big hit. I'm Howard with Patty and Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, wishing you a Merry Christmas filled with good health, good food, and of course, lots of, as we say around here, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
Yeah. We're going to have very above average temperatures pretty much the rest of the week, mid-70s all the way through Saturday before a cool down comes on Sunday, bringing temperatures back down to normal, but record-breaking temperatures for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So let's enjoy this amazing weather while we have it, because it's definitely December, but it's not feeling like December.
It's really, really not, and I'm still trying to come to terms with that. That's messing with me quite a bit. But thanks, Donald.
Of course.
Well, coming up tonight at 5, there are only a handful of traumatic brain injury centers in the country dedicated to veterans. We follow one veteran who is now giving back at one location, where he also received care for his own injury that he sustained more than 35 years ago. Plus, while most people have their presents wrapped and underneath the tree, some aren't finished shopping. And Watered Gardens holds a special Christmas service, bringing together volunteers and families from across the community. Join us for those stories and a whole lot more tonight on KOAM News at 5. Well, that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us for KOAM News at noon. Before we want to go, we want to make sure you know where Santa's going. He's already on the way. Here's a look at the NORAD Santa Tracker as he makes his travels delivering gifts to kids all around the world. Have a great afternoon.